And welcome back to this week's weekly vlog. Hope you can hear me, it's not too windy. It's Saturday midday here, I think you would have seen on the screen. Lawrence and I had some errands to run this morning, and it's took a little bit longer than we expected, so we've just stopped off at like a bistro cafe along the canal. This is actually the main canal that goes through all the way to Aalsmeer, but we're on the Amsterdam end. So anyway, I won't talk too much because of the wind and the noise, and I'll catch up with you later. And if not, maybe there's some footage of us sailing because we're going out on the boat this afternoon. Hurrah! I'll see you in a while. Today is Sunday, as you probably would have seen on the screen. Last time I spoke to you, I think I gave a really super quick intro into this week's vlog. Lawrence and I, we were sat at a canal side cafe, like bistro kind of thing. I think I might have already told you that. We had some papers to drop off for the old car at the garage, and then we pulled up, and the guy who we bought the car off, his face dropped when he saw us, and then he realised that we were bringing paperwork back. So, you know, we had a bit of a chuckle. Everything's going really well. We're super happy with the car. So we had a really nice lunch. I had a beef teriyaki, and it was far too much food. Lawrence had a club sandwich. I had the best iced coffee I've ever had in my life. It was so good. I will go back there just for the iced coffee. It was really, really good. And then Joshua, did I mention this? Joshua, so I stole Joshua's mobile air conditioning unit last year because he doesn't like AC, and we're still in the thick of this heat wave, and both the boys sleep in the loft. They have a bedroom each. We've converted both sides of the loft. It's like in England, they're dormer windows. In the Netherlands, they're called dakapels. And it's been plus 30 every day here. So I said to Lawrence, I don't really want to give up the AC now because that's the only thing that's helping me sleep. So we went and bought him a new unit. So he's super happy with it. None of us could sleep. Then after, so we bought that, and then we went to the boat, and finally, hurrah, hurrah, you would have seen some footage, we went for a sail. Poor Lawrence, literally, we sat off and I crashed out. And then I woke up when we were sort of on the way home, but he was only bombing it down the canal. So he took the slow route through all the little islands on the lake. So I caught some footage of that. So the grocery delivery, many of you know I've started doing online grocery deliveries, and I could not get a grocery slot, a delivery slot for love nor money. It was ridiculous. And I said to Lawrence, I've never known it like that before. And the only one I could get was for between 8 and 10 o'clock Saturday night. Luckily we didn't have plans, otherwise we had to wait till Monday, which isn't convenient because we needed like at least the basics, the essentials. So I booked the slot. Told everyone I wouldn't be joining the quiz because, well, you know, if the groceries arrived, we'd have to put them away because, especially in this heat. And literally, it was about 15 minutes, you know, after the delivery was supposed to arrive, I got a phone call off the Albert Heijn, and I'd missed the call. They left me a voicemail, apologetic. They were no longer able to deliver our groceries, and here's €15 voucher to say we're sorry, and that was it. So I said to Lawrence, they must have been really, really short of drivers to have no available slots, and something must have happened with our delivery. So yeah, not best pleased. Anyway, Lawrence is out all day. Today's Father's Day in the Netherlands. We hadn't planned anything because he was going to the hockey club. He was umpiring a game. Then there's some friendly tournament on, and then he's going to quickly come home, probably around now, late afternoon, have a bite to eat, and then he's going back out again. A friend of his has got football tickets to some game. I don't know what it is, but he has to drive to Rotterdam. And you know, I can't be, well, I'm not allowed to lift heavy objects. So William kindly said, I'll go shopping with you, Mum. Anyway, so phoned my mum this morning, caught up. I've not spoken to my mum for ages. William surfaced around lunchtime. And then we headed out, and his shoes, well, they're not shoes, trainers. Oh my gosh, they're like falling apart. I don't know what this kid does with his shoes, really. And I'd said to him, William, you can't walk around in these shoes. We're going to go shopping. So we ended up going to home.Its, and he's bought himself some very nice Jordans. Luckily, there's sale on at the moment, so they weren't, you know, a second mortgage. They were a bit cheaper. And where did he end up? I think he went to Foot Locker. We went in JD Sports, which we do have in the Netherlands now, and they didn't have his size. So anyway, he's really happy. He's got some new shoes. There was a marching band randomly walking past the shop, so I went out and filmed some of that, if you're interested. I think I saw on the drum it said they were scouts, so I don't know what they were doing, but it was very nice. Don't know if you caught it on camera, but they were playing Star Wars. Anyway, so William got fixed up with his shoes, did the groceries, come back here, and it's really overcast here, and it's quite, I don't know, it's not like super humid, but it just feels muggy, the air. And I've checked the temperature, and it says it's 27.5 degrees. It doesn't feel it. It feels significantly cooler, nice cool. There's a bit of a breeze around. Check the weather forecast, and indeed, we're due a downpour. Hopefully it will be while we're sleeping, so I think it might be a thunderstorm, so hopefully we'll sleep through that, wake up in the morning, and we'll be nice and refreshed, I hope. the olive tree. I think I was bragging last week about how great it was doing. I moved it 6 inches to make way for a potted grass. And I've been giving it a little bit of water, not overdoing it. And I thought it's looking really dry. And all the little olive buds, they're all falling off. They're like crumbling off. So I'm like, oh no, that will teach me to brag about how great the olive tree was doing. I'll see how it fares after a rain. But yeah, it's not looking good. I'm looking at the garden. That's it. Anyway, I was looking for some just vests, you know, to hang around the garden in with my shorts, but I couldn't find. They're all like crop tops, which I can't stand. And C&A had a sale on, so I got a really nice linen dress. It's like a wrap dress in like this nice olive green, and it was 50% off. It's like this. I don't know what they call it, C&A bio cotton or something. Anyway, it's like sustainable cotton. So it should have been €50 and I got it for 25. But the only thing is, it's a little bit see-through, you can see. But I would wear like an underskirt underneath it. Really happy with that. It's lovely. I quickly tried it on in the shop over my clothes, and it fits well. Fits nice. It's very crumpled. It's just a wrap over, like so. It's a bit full here when I've got shorts on. But I might actually wear like a big thick belt with it. So William was really sweet and indulged me, because the last thing he wants to do is shop with his mum. But the mission was to get some vests, which I didn't do. So yes, got a nice, another summer dress. Actually, I would wear that in winter with tights on and a nice sweater over it as well. Right, kettle's boiled. I'm going to make myself a nice coffee, and I'm just going to sit down and chill for a bit. I feel tired. Even though the air conditioning's working really well in the bedroom, I just don't think I'm sleeping well. But hopefully this rain coming will freshen things up. And if anything remotely interesting happens, I will be sure to tell you all about it. I'm working from home tomorrow, but nothing exciting on the horizon. But you never know.
Look at that heart. Oh my word, and the stitching, it's like hard to click, which it wouldn't it? I'm having a bit of a fangirl moment.
Good evening. Yes, it's evening. Sorry, I'm going over speed ramps. Oh, they're everywhere over here. On the way to Physio. It's been 2 weeks since my last appointment. We're trying to stretch them out. I'm not doing too bad considering it's 2 weeks, although I'm working from home today and I feel a little bit all pinchy after being on the computer. Woke up this morning and we'd had what looked like to be a lot of rain. Oh, it was so nice. It was really nice and cool. I think it rained like early hours of the morning because it was still the road was quite wet. Anyway, sorry, this annoys me. In the new car, I can adjust the height of the seat belt, which I had in the car previous, the Chevrolet, and I loved it. And I just, especially at the moment, I just feel like it's annoying me anyway, so I keep yanking it down. But yeah, so it was lovely and cool. It was so nice. However, we left all the cushions out on the sofa outside, so they were a little bit wet, but it's fine because the sun came out and they're all dry, completely dry now. I just stood them up and then I flipped them over at lunchtime so they're dry. Apparently we're due for a big thunderstorm tomorrow, so we're expecting a fair amount of rain so far according to the weather forecast. However, it said on the weather report a high of 29, so it sounds like it's going to be super hot and super humid. And now there's a man cycling in the street when he should be on the cycle path. No, it's not a man, it's a woman. What's wrong with these people? She clearly can't be Dutch, because all Dutch people know you cycle on the cycle path. Silly woman, so dangerous. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to the office, and I completely forgot. We've got a team dinner tomorrow night. So what's the chances that at the exact moment we all have to go to this restaurant, it'll be absolutely bucketing it down. Anyway, whatever, it's fine, it's fine. Ow, I just bent my nail back. Lawrence is exhausted. So he went to, I think I mentioned, he went to a football match. I didn't really pay attention to what it was. So it was the UEFA Nations League, if that means anything to any of you. A friend of his had a ticket. Apparently they were like €100 a ticket. His friend's company gets tickets, so he had a spare ticket. So he went with 3 other guys, and apparently it was in Rotterdam, and apparently it took him an hour and a half to get into the parking garage, and then when he was leaving, an hour and a half to get out, and we live well over an hour away from Rotterdam. So he said he got home. Oh yes, this parking, that's never happened. He got home at 3 o'clock this morning, and he was tired, so tired he even forgot to take his phone with him, and he needed it to access something, so he came home at lunchtime. He's really tired. Whew. Oh, the windmill's turning. It's not that windy either. Yeah, so it was Spain v Croatia. I've no idea what the score was. I've never even heard of this football competition. It shows how much attention I pay. I made burgers with the boys, and they were really nice, and then we had donuts for afters, which was very naughty of me. But I realised at dinner time I'd not ate anything all day. I was starving, so I didn't mind having a donut. Anyway, I'm at the physio now. It's scorching hot here. I don't even know what the temperature is, so I'm going to get out of this car quickly. I think she's got air conditioning in the practice, so that should be okay. I might pop on when I'm finished, or if not, I'll probably have a car chat with you tomorrow. Good morning. On the way to work, as you've gathered. My gosh, the traffic was horrendous. It took me almost half an hour to get out of my village, so I am pretty late now. I did consider working from home because that physio yesterday was really, really heavy. I've just got this pain like under my left shoulder blade, and as soon as she touched it, it was like, oh. So she just worked on that for half an hour. It is a lot looser, but I got home and I was like tired. I don't know if it rained or not last night. So apparently we're expecting thunderstorms this afternoon, but a high of 28 or 29. Oh, what joy. So anyway, it's better that I do go into the office, because at least we've got air conditioning there. The house was so hot yesterday afternoon. One of Lawrence's friends come over last night, and he was asking me about how Tanzania was, and I said, oh, actually I can show you. So I put the video up on the big telly. I don't know what size we've got. Is it a 60-inch? I know it's quite big. It's Lawrence boys toys. And so I'll just put the footage on of the safari. I'm gonna have to do that more often. It looked amazing, because I only see the footage on my computer and the screen's tiny. Oh, hold on, I think I need a sneeze. I think I've got a touch of hay fever. I've noticed all the cars are covered in like yellow powder as well, so there must be some pollen going around. Anyway, waffle. So yeah, I only watch my videos on my little, in the studio that I edit my videos. In case you're wondering, it's Movavi. And oh, why is that doing that? Don't know what that beep was. And then I'll watch it back, either some footage on the phone, but I never ever watch my videos on the the TV on the big screen. And I was really impressed with the with the HD. It was really good. I know I sound a bit braggish now. Actually, it's not I'm bragging. I was actually surprised myself. So anyway, we sat and watched the safari footage, and he really enjoyed it. So yes, note to self, I'm going to start checking some of my videos on the big telly. Because also I learn things, you know, what works, what doesn't work, etc. So anyway, let's see what this motorway is going to be like. Oh my gosh, there's just traffic everywhere. Oh yeah, there's traffic already. Going into Amsterdam, and I can't switch lanes, and I'm on the wrong side. Ugh. Do I try and go straight on? You know what, I'm going to do that. What's he doing? Yeah, I think it's going to be crazy trying to get onto the motorway that way, so I could go this way instead. Anyway, waffle. So I think I mentioned, or did I? We've got a dinner this evening with work, and I'd completely forgotten about it. It's quite near the office, but I mean, walking distance, that's like a half-hour walk, and you know, if it's going to be pouring down, I don't know what to do. Maybe a few of us will just drive our cars over to it, but parking's a nightmare there. There's hardly any, so we'll see. I'm just so tired. It'll be nice seeing my colleagues. And then what else? I haven't really got anything exciting going on. I did edit the footage. If you've seen at the beginning of the video, if you didn't fast forward, the boat footage. Oh, what a nice day it was. I'm definitely going to watch that on the big telly. A few of you have said you're going to also join in with the sock along, the Stephen West sock along with me, so that's excited. I've not chose my yarn yet. Apparently, if you're interested, you only need 2 skeins. He said 2 100-gram skeins or balls. You don't have to use hand-dyed yarn. I don't know what I'm going to use. I'll probably use it like a commercial and whatever I've got in stash. And then the crafting, the mojo. I'm pushing myself to do stuff, but I'm not really feeling it. Just turn this AC down. It's gone a bit chilly now. If you're interested, I've turned the heel on 1 sock, and that's about all I could muster. If it's going to be a bit cooler the next few days, I'll probably feel a bit more motivated. I know when I mentioned it last week, a lot of you said, you know, hot weather's the worst for crafting. You know, you can, especially if you're a knitter or a crochet, you get like fat fingers and you're all sweaty. So I think it's gradually coming back. There's nothing sort of sparking my interest, and I have got the yarn, and I've downloaded the pattern for a really nice cardigan by Ashley Lillis. If you're into the crafting, you'll know I've knitted 2 of her open trail sweater vests, which are basically like tank tops. Oh, I can't go left here. So she's got a really nice free pattern cardigan. I can't remember the name of it now, and it's really nice, and I'm looking forward to knitting it, but I just can't start. Anyway. Oh, I've got a feeling every which way I go, I'm going to hit traffic. It's ridiculous. I might have to put my Google Maps on and see where all the traffic jams are. And see if I can do another route. Yeah, I think I have to do that. Alright, anyway, if anything remotely interesting happens, I'll be sure to tell you all about it. don't look at all the mess behind me. Have to clean the kitchen. Just checking if these bread rolls are okay. You know, in this heat, you've got to be so careful with bread. Don't think... Yeah, they're okay. You have to check everything. Lawrence emptied the bins. Oh my gosh, the light stink coming from one of them. Literally, you put something in the bin and within like an afternoon. It's terrible. I think you would have seen some footage. We had a team dinner last night in a restaurant in Amsterdam, not like in the centre, but still in Amsterdam. And we were scheduled, the table was booked right when they were due a code orange weather warning. There was a massive storm that was due to hit the Netherlands right when we should have all been en route to the restaurant. So the colleague who organised it, she asked if we could go a bit earlier, and it was really nice. They served all drinks. I had a mocktail, so obviously I was driving. But we literally got there. We left the office and I was driving to the restaurant as well. And they started with these big fat rain blobs. And then within minutes of us arriving, it threw it down. And it was thunder and lightning. But because we were, you know, having a nice dinner, it completely passed us by. I mean, we could hear the rain, you know, it was fine. It was very, very hot in there. But so by the time we'd finished and got to go home, it was all over. So that was quite good. And I even took a chance and drove home through Amsterdam. So I was hoping that there was no trees in the road. And it was fine. Not even a leaf. Unless it'd already been and cleaned it up. Today's my short day. It's really hot in the house. I think it's 28 degrees indoors, although there is a nice cool breeze. The rain has definitely cooled things down. Lawrence remembered to bring all the garden sofa cushions in, so they're in a big pile behind you. Thank goodness. So I might drag a cushion outside, not all of them, because I think we're due some rain again today or tomorrow. And I might eat my lunch out there. It's very sunny, but there's a really nice cool breeze. Definitely cooler outside. And then it's my short day. I had planned to go to the shops, but I don't know if I'll bother now. I'll see how I feel. I'm cooking in my room up there. My gosh, it's like, I've got all the windows open. So we'll see. Anyway, right, I've made my sandwiches. So I think I might sit outside. Yeah, I can feel a nice cool breeze coming through the door. And then I have got nothing to waffle about. How about that? That never happens. But I'm sure I'll find something at some point. I'm at the studio. It's hot, like really hot. I've got all the windows open. The roof outside, it's an old greenhouse, that's open. Because I remembered, and my memory was right, I've got this kimono pattern that I've had sat here for about, must be 2 years now. So it's a simplicity one. Super easy. And it's literally a few pieces. So I thought I'll just cycle over and go and pick it up. Not even cut any of it out. Let me see. Oh, you can have a crop version or a long version. That's the pattern number. If you can see, S8887. I'm thinking I might make that. Let's see what the... And there's like 3/4 sleeves and short sleeves. Actually, there's way more pieces than I thought. It's probably quicker to just get a rectangle and stick a hole in it. But I was like, where is that pattern? And I've got, I knew I had my tracing paper here, so I needed that anyway. Not like it's sewing weather, but yep. Oh, gosh. I was planning to stick around and cut out some other fabric, but I don't know if it's just too hot now. I actually might pick up some fabric to take back with me. What to do? Or I could go downstairs, make myself a cappuccino, and then when I come up, maybe the wind's blown through and it's a little bit cooler in here. I might do that. I'll have a think. I cycled over. Josh has been using my bike forever. Oh my gosh, it needs a service. It's rickety like you can't believe. And there was like one of the mudguard spoke was out, and oh, just doesn't feel good. He's hammered it. Naughty boy. Now I'm thinking what to do. I'm looking, I've got fabric stashed behind you. Yeah. I think I'm going to get a coffee and then think about what I want to do. I'm tempted just to, now I've got my stuff, just to go home and take the fabric with me. And then have got a bit of shopping to do, which might be significantly cooler. What to do? It's actually quite nice outside. But in here, I don't even think I'll get a coffee, you know. I'm sweating. In here, it's like roasting hot. I don't even remember the last time I was here. It's got to be like 6 weeks, 8 weeks ago. Oh, I love this place. It's just too hot at the moment. Some of the other ladies have got air conditioning units in their rooms, but I'm not here often enough to use mine. We'll see. I'm still toying with the idea of giving it up, to be honest with you. I mean, when I come, it's like, oh, it's my little space, but I'm thinking it's so wasteful. I never come here. I just don't have the time, actually. I don't know. Lawrence is like, just keep hold of it. Just see how you feel. Anyway, right. I'm going to go home. I'm not sitting here. It's too hot. I don't even know what the temperature is in here, but it's ridiculously hot. If I go downstairs and come back, I think it'll still be just as hot. So I've got what I came for. I'm going to grab some fabric from the back, and then I'm going to head off home. I might pop to the shops, actually. We need some toiletries and stuff, and the shopping's not coming until Saturday morning. So I might pop to the Action. We'll see. All right, well, in the studio, here we go. If you've not seen it before. My little space. I've filmed loads of times in here. Actually, if you're not an original OG, I used to film my first podcast here, the Craft Workshop podcast, but I stopped because I like to film mine on a Sunday when I've got the house to myself. And then after a year of doing it, the planes started taking off directly above the workshop, so I was shouting at the camera. Right, sunglasses on, I've got my bike key, got my stuff. I'm going to head off back home and maybe I'll go shopping. I'll catch you in a while. Good morning. I'm just on the way to my friends who I've not seen for ages. It's got to be, we've not actually spent time together for, it's got to be years. I mean, we app and stuff, but yeah. And she only lives in my village. So about a month ago, we set a date. So I'm going over, it's almost 10:30 here. So I thought I'll pick us up a couple of smoothies. We've got orange and banana. I don't know if you can see that. Oh my gosh, this is my favourite from the Albert Heijn. Hope she likes that. I know she's allergic to strawberries. And I couldn't resist some lovely sunflowers, little bunch. So I'm going to head off there now. Ooh. Yes, it's the parking sensor, but I'm nowhere near. I did it by my own experienced eye, so obviously I'm a bit sharper than the camera with judging my distance. I won't rely solely on cameras. Our old car had sensors, and this has got cameras as well as sensors. Anyway, Lawrence has took William to the dentist. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for the poor kid to get his braces off. The reason it's taking so long is he's one of his fangs. So he hasn't got one fang, and then the other fang was growing along like this way instead of that way. Blow out. And oh, back and forth at the hospital. He had x-rays and all the rest of it. Anyway, we was referred to a special orthodontist who in turn referred us to a surgeon, and basically they said they could do it like a minor operation. And what they did is they made an incision in his gum, and then they attached a tiny gold chain to the fang in his gum, and then to his braces. So, oh, she was close to me now. So every time they tighten it, it's supposed to be gradually pulling the fang down. And then over COVID, and he missed appointments, and they was closed, and it's just gone on and on and on for ages. I feel really sorry for him, although he's not that bothered. But he said now he can feel the tip of the fang with his tongue. So I'm hoping it's going to be done with this year. I mean, when the fang comes out, he's still got a load more work, you know, to straighten them. But anyway, it's fine. Joshua had braces as well. I don't know a Dutch kid who's not had braces, frankly. And adults. It seems to be a thing over here. Mine were straight, but my wisdom teeth have knocked this tooth forward. So I really have to make an appointment to go and see the dentist and have them all out. I've had them for years, and because there was nothing wrong with them, the dentist kept saying, oh, leave them. But I've noticed the last 3 or 4 years, this tooth is really, really starting to stick out. So I just need to find the time to do that, and also muster the strength. Anyway, last night, Alison and I went to our dance class. And as usual, I was all over the place, but I picked it up quickly. But I don't know, I get in these fits of giggles. So, but it's fun. And we finished off, well, not quite. The last dance was like a jazz step. That was quite fun. Although my hips are feeling it this morning. It reminded me a little bit of like the Charleston, you know, with this swinging your arms and everything. Oh, I shouldn't do that. And then we finished off with some like exercises for the arms, because we're doing the rumba as well, or rumba steps, and we need to get into the habit of like our arms flowing. I said, well, there's no chance of me flowing anything, because I'm still like 1 2 1 2. I think until it's like imprinted on my brain, I won't pick up any like of the dance, you know, the rhythm and stuff. Forget it. Alison said she's the same. But yeah, we had fun. Anyway, next week is the last one before the summer break, and then that's the end of the course. And obviously, you know, we joined it late, but what she said was our group is moving up to level 2, and Alison and I were like, are we level 2? And she said, yes, yeah, you're definitely level 2. Apparently we've picked it up quite quickly. I don't know what that says about us old ravers. So we're still figuring out the time, because technically the Thursday slot that we go to is the beginner, the level 1. But we said, well, we'd like to stay together collectively as a group So there seems to be 5 of us, but we've not. I think we've only been one time the 5 of us together. Well, the other 3 ladies, obviously they all started together, so they know each other. And one of the ladies, she said, like, oh, I really want to stay together because we've just hit it off. You know, they're a nice bunch of girls, or ladies, I should say. So yeah, how about that? Level 2. But I thought, oh my gosh, I bet I can't walk tomorrow. I'm okay, but I'm definitely feeling it in my knees and my hip, and also my my shoulder and my neck's a bit twingy this morning. But it's probably a culmination of all kinds of things. I did sleep a bit better last night, although I woke up still feeling ropey. And I said to Lawrence, I've got like these, a couple of like these, what did I got, like blind spots on my neck, which are killing me. And I said to Lawrence, I feel like I'm hormonal, even though, you know, I don't have periods. I've not for quite a few years now. I'm definitely still, I'm on like the tail end of the menopause. So I've been headachy and a bit spotty. And oh my gosh, last night I just wanted to eat everything in sight, and I had a craving for something to eat, and that was always a sign that when I was on my period I always got that headachy, spotty and craving sweet or salty things. So I've still got a trace of a headache today, but and the spots seem to be going down. I had one somewhere here, but I can't feel it now, so it must have gone. I don't know, when will it ever end? Seriously, I thought I'd be done with all this. Anyway, it's fine. So yeah, I'm off to see my friend Bircha, and then this afternoon, Alison and I made an impromptu appointment. We're going to go shopping this afternoon. She was planning to go shopping anyway, so I said, oh, why don't I come with you? So we're going to do that. I think we're going to home.Its. So yeah, I've got a busy old day. If I buy anything, I'll let you know. When I went to the Action the other day, I forgot to show you. I bought Jack a new cool mat because William was asking where the old one was, and they had new ones in. And I thought, oh, I'll buy him a cool mat. He won't go near it. I did clearly show William, look, I've invested in one, and he was very happy about it. So he just kept worried about the dog and the cat. But yeah, he's not interested. I put Daxter on it as well, but again, you know, clearly not remotely interested. I'm going to turn around. Oh, there's a lack of parking spaces here. Anyway, I'm going to go and figure out where I can park, and I'll catch up with you later. I'm back. I have been out all day. I'm absolutely knackered. There's a fly in the kitchen. Ooh. So I think I spoke to you. I was on my way to my friend Beer for a catch up. Oh my gosh, it was so nice to see her. It's been years since we've just had the 2 of us for a good old chat, and we put the will to rights. It was really, really nice, and I miss her so much, so we're not going to leave it that long again. And then because I stayed there a lot longer than I thought, I'd arranged to go shopping with Alison at 1. So I literally I swung by the local shops, picked some stuff up, picked Al up, and then we went into home.Its. So we had a lovely afternoon in home.Its. I didn't film any of it. I mean, it was just shopping, and we popped into the Hamer and we had our favourite iced coffee together, and I was telling her how nice the iced coffee was that I had earlier in the week. So we need to put that on our list and go and visit that one, because the Hamer iced coffee is delicious, but the one I had at that bistro cafe was like amazing. Anyway, I haven't really bought anything, but did I mention I was after some, I would just like vests like this. So we popped in C&A quickly, and they had some, so I just bought a couple of vests. I live in these in the summer, you know. At home I don't, you know, well, I did go out in a vest today, but you know, with my shorts and stuff. So I've got a nice green one. Again, it's this better cotton thing. I think they were like, yeah, £9.99, €10 each. It's really, it's quite nice, like t-shirt fabric, and they're not cropped, which seems to be the fashion at the moment. So I've got a nice green one, and I got a really nice bright pink one. So I'm happy with them. Oh, I love just throwing on one of these and lounge. you know, lounge about, or cleaning. It's just cooler. And then the other thing, I popped in the ATOS, which is like the equivalent of Boots in the UK. It's a pharmacy, a drugstore kind of thing. And they had an offer on for L'Oreal, buy one get one free. And I've been telling Alison about this leave-in hair conditioner with oil in, and when I saw that they had an offer on, I thought, well, I'll grab Alison a tube of this. She can have my free one. And I bought some hair oil. I've not used this before. I showed it Alison. She said it's very good. She's used it. And then they had a really super cute pink colour nail polish. This is our own brand. If you remember, I was wearing that nice sort of shimmery blue a week or two ago. It's like the ATOS own brand, and they have a colour nail polish, and then they have a top coat. So it's supposed to be like gel polish. It's not really super glossy like gel, but my nail polish lasted well over a week, and I was doing the garden and washing pots, and you know, didn't take care of my nails. So I fancied a nice pinky colour. Isn't that lovely? Reminds me of bubble gum. So I've got that. I've already got the top coat, and then I popped into the normal. We popped in every shop you can think of, but I wasn't there shopping. I was just out for a nice afternoon with my friend. And then they had in the normal, I've not used this brand before, Nail Kind. So they had this really super nice baby blue. I don't know how much it was. It's like €4 or €5. So, and then the other thing is, I don't think the lights are working on my bike. So I picked up one of these bike clips. So I'll put them on the bike tomorrow, which I'll tell you about in a minute. So that was all I did shopping wise. Oh, and the other thing, hold on. William was asking me about straws the other day, because I've got some ancient plastic straws in the drawer. And when I make like a juice, I like, you know, the cordial, you know, the syrup that you mix with water. I like to do the syrup, crushed ice, and then the water, but I like to drink with a straw, because, like, you know, the ice, it's like you can't have a good slurp with it. But I've got these, they must have been from when the kids are small. I found them when I was rummaging in the drawer, and William was asking me because he likes straws. Anyway, in the normal, I found these straws that they're fully recyclable plastic, and they also they're reusable. They've also got a straw brush with it, you can see there. And they're really hard plastic. So yeah, I've got them now. I mean, we'll have these for a while. So I don't know how much they were. €3. So there's 80 straws in it. Yeah, so happy with that. Right, I'm all waffled out. I'm going to wrap up the vlog. Plans for the weekend, which you'll probably see in next week's vlog. Lawrence is out tonight. He's going out with the hockey guys. They're going sailing in Amsterdam. So they're going to have dinner out. And then tomorrow, the grocery deliveries coming, and I've got an early slot if they don't cancel on me again. So that's coming between 8 and 10. Lawrence is going out again. He's at hockey the whole day. So I don't know, pottering around. I need to do a bit of gardening and clean the house. It's a mess. But then in the evening, we're going into the village. There's a group of us. We're all going on bikes, cycling over to the village, because it's Benchersavond, which is basically band evening. And they used to do different stages around the village, and then you could walk, you know, these like little bar stations everywhere, so you could get a beer and then watch different bands performing. But I think they've changed the format since COVID, so it looks like it's just on the big square in front of the town hall. And yeah, it's going to be great weather. So I think we're cycling over there about 8 o'clock. So hopefully I'll do a bit of filming of that. And then on Sunday, it's going to be nice. And I think we've got tickets, free tickets to a local boat show. So stay tuned for that. That will all be in next week's vlog. But I'm going to wrap up this week's vlog. And once again, thank you for joining me. And if you are new to the channel, if it's your first time stopping by, I hope you've enjoyed spending a bit of your time with me. And if you haven't done so already, and this is for everybody who's viewing the channel, if you could hit the subscribe button, that would be amazing. It really helps the channel grow and get, you know, the YouTube algorithms picking up the videos. and don't forget you can hit the like button somewhere on your screen, which lets me know that you've enjoyed what I've been talking about and sharing with you. And if you want to also leave a comment in the description, not in the description, in the comments below. And I love to read your comments, and I try and reply to everyone. Might take me a few days, but I do get round to doing it. And I love hearing from you, what you've been up to whilst you've had me waffling on in the background. So I will say goodbye from me this week. Thanks again for tuning in. Hope you've all had a good week. Stay safe, have a great week ahead, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye.